Welcome everybody to AT&T Cable Services and Family Ties Production MAC 2000 Game of the Week here on Channel 73. I'm Cy Robinson and a very tardy Jeff Manders along with Jess Medina on camera, and we're here tonight joining the Bettendorf Bulldogs at Davenport Central. And both teams coming in here with brand new coaches this year. Randy Scott, the longtime assistant coach over at Bettendorf, has taken over the reins from Merv Hobenick, who's retired from Bettendorf, now an assistant over at Assumption High School. And Chuck Culver, the brand new coach over at the Central Blue Devil Land, comes to us from Kansas. He is a former Kansas State football player, coached at Kansas State and Oklahoma, so some great experience from that young man in here. And we're looking forward to a fine football game as we get ready for the kickoff. Randy Scott 1-0 on his young coaching career, and Chuck Culver 0-1 as Central took a lump last week and Bettendorf enjoyed a big victory. So we'll get started here shortly. Ready for the kickoff here at Brady Street Stadium. A beautiful football night. Beautiful field. As David Hanlon lines up for the kickoff. Blue Devils too deep. Very high kick into the end zone. There will be no run back. Ball fielded by Frankie March about 5 yards deep in the end zone. And the Blue Devils will take over first down on their own 20-yard line. Just underway.
Ball comes on to the Davenport Central 20.
So it appears as though Bettendorf hasn't lost much in the kicking game as far as a kickoff person is concerned. Put a lot of points on the board last week versus Clinton. Out of the huddle, quarterback for Central, Aaron Michael. Trips to one side, back to throw, and nobody over to block defensive end, number 81 for the Bulldogs. Greg Stecker was in on Michael before he even got ready to go. So a long formation, or excuse me, a long loss on a play of about 7 yards. 2nd and 17. Central back to throw early. Aaron Michael, one of the fine throwing quarterbacks in the league last year. And they're going to put him to the test again this year. Central split all over the field. Trips left. Pressure again from Greg Stecker, number 81, who made the sack earlier. That's 2 in a row. At that rate, he'll be the sack leader early in the season. 3rd and 22. Central's going to have to get a blocker over on number 81, Becker, or he'll be in the backfield all night long. Bettendorf in their familiar 50 defense, 50 front. Slot formation, and the give inside to Justin Harris. Maybe a yard gain, be 4th and a whole bunch. And illegal procedure.
Justin Harris on the carry. Gain of 1, met there by the center.
Nope, evidently referee's just keeping the clock going there. 10 minutes and running. Back to punt for Central. Jeff Weirson, good left-footed kicker. And Bettendorf should have excellent field position as a kick is high and short. And down inside their own 30-yard line. Bettendorf will take over. First down on the Central 28-yard line. A great opportunity for the Bulldogs early in the game. Nick Cavill coming in at quarterback for the Bulldogs. Jake Miller, the big center, breaks him out of the huddle. Cavill gives to Bribriesco. Over the middle, not much there.
Number 34, Andy Parker.
Excuse me, Andy Parker on the carry. And had a little face mask tangle up. 2nd and 10. Don't you hate when that happens? Andy Parker at the tailback for the Bulldogs. Mike Pisano up at the fullback position, and it's kind of an offset eye motion across the formation by Sean Meyer. And again, good defensive line play by the Blue Devils.
Andy Parker on the carry. Big old nothing. Met there by number 34.
Parker for about a yard loss, making it about 3rd and 11 at the 29-yard line of Central. So Central putting on a good display of defense early. Into the game for Bettendorf is Matt Drinkall, the fine running back from a year ago. Drinkall moved to the flanker back this year. Bettendorf in a wide slot. Back to throw, a little flare. Out to Parker, got some room. He'll go out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. 21-yard line, that'll bring a 4th and about 3. So we'll see what the Bettendorf elects to do here.
Cavill pass to Parker. Good for 7 yards. Tackle there by number 29, Landon Murray.
Sean Meyer bringing the play in for Bettendorf. And they elect to go for the first down. Double tight ends, and they'll get their first down without running a play because Central got a little anxious and appeared to jump offside. First down Bettendorf, and
5-yard gain. Bettendorf.
Really a bad mistake right here for Central. They played a very good set of downs right there defensively, held Bettendorf. And now the Bulldogs 1st and 10 on the Central 16. Cavill gives to Parker. 2 yards on the carry.
2 yards on the carry by Andy Parker. Tackle there by number 77, John Fox.
8:30 and running on the clock. 2nd and 8. Play in for Bettendorf, number 86, Jeff Reckman. As Drinkall comes to the near side. And the throw by Cavill, and wide open in the end zone is Matt Drinkall. Touchdown, Bulldogs. 6-0, just like that.
Number 14, Nick Cavill to number 22, Matt Drinkall.
So Cavill to Drinkall, 6-0, 7:53 on the clock. And Jess Lowenberg will attempt the point after. Extra point will be held by Chris Stoll, number 6. And the kick is good with 7:53 left in the first quarter here at Brady Street Stadium. Bettendorf takes an early 7-0 lead. We're back at Brady Street as David Hanlon kicks it deep and high. There will be no return as long as the ball crosses the plane of the goal line. There's no return in high school football.
First down, Central.
So another fine weapon by the Bulldogs in having a kickoff person who can just rip it into the end zone. High and deep. So Central, first down at their own 20. Got into a little bit of trouble the first series on the really kind of a poor punt. Well, we've got trips formation here. Michael back, and he is surrounded and snatched up by 2 or 3 Bulldogs, led by number 82, Taylor Hess.
Lost 5 yards on the sack.
4-yard loss on the sack, so second and 14.
And number 70, Mike Thunderbrook.
Into the game for Central, Mark Pratchar, 6'2" senior. Pretty good crowd on hand tonight for tonight's game. The trips formation again. Michael back in a shotgun formation. And again, Central, or Michael, sacked by number 82 by Taylor Hess and John Sarinsky.
And John Fleischman.
So a very fine thrower, Michael, but when you don't have time to get the ball in the air, it ain't going to happen. 3rd and 22. Michael under center. And the give is to the fullback, Frankie March. And Central forced to punt again.
Brings up 4th down.
Jeff Weirson back to kick for the Blue Devils. And again, Bettendorf will have super field position. Nice booming punt. Fielded by Parker at the 43-yard line. Got a little room to the outside and brought out of bounds at about the 35-yard line of Central. And again, we're talking good field position. First down, Bulldogs on their Central 35-yard line.
On the return, Andy Parker, tackled by number 77, John Fouts.
John Fouts on the tackle. And Cavill back at quarterback. Drinkall splits out into his flanker position. Double tight ends again by the Bulldogs. Have not changed from this offense at all. They give to Parker, and we got a little motion going on in the backfield, it appears. After about a 5-yard gain will be nullified, I believe.
Tackled by number 24, Paul Austin.
Referee chatting with Mike Kowitzel, one of the Blue Devil captains. And it'll be 1st and 15.
Auxiliary motion against Bettendorf. Loss of 5. Brings up 1st and 15 from the 40.
So 1st and 15 for the Bulldogs at the Davenport Central 40-yard line. Reckman brings the play in. Reckman and Brian Cutright, the 2 tight ends. Parker over the left side. He'll pick up what they just lost on the penalty. 2nd and 10.
Andy Parker, 5 yards on the carry. Tackled by number 55, Troy Doré, and number 24, Paul Austin.
Setting a few of the offensive linemen for Bettendorf, the guys that work hard up front and don't get a lot of ink. Coming out of the huddle, Jake Miller, the center. Brent Miller, number 66. Drew Dennis, number 72. Drinkall across the formation. And a little bootleg play, and Drinkall is open deep, as is Cutright, and overthrown just a little bit. Both receivers had a step or two on the defenders, but Cavill throws it a little bit high. 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Sean Meyer in with the play. Some more of the linemen, number 76, Paul Gerskus for the Bulldogs, along with number 79, John Shabillion. Back to throw. Nicely thrown ball, and I'm sure Parker would think he probably should have caught that. Nicely thrown football. That'll bring up 4th down at the Central 35-yard line. So a good defensive stand by the Blue Devils. We'll see if Coach Randy Scott elects to go for it here, or think they're in 4-down territory at the 35, and it looks like they're going to go for it as Danny Phillips, number 15, brings into play. Trips formation by Beddendorf, and again, good defensive coverage by the defensive backs of Central, and that'll bring a 1st and 10 situation for Davenport Central, and we'll break. And we're back. 1st down, Blue Devils. Central wide trips, wide formation, split in to the right. Quick screen to the left side, and pass complete to Jeff Weirson, and he'll pick up a couple yards. Central coming out in a throwing formation as we pick up now we got a slot formation, and met hard on the right side by several Bulldogs.
Frankie March on the carry, lost a yard.
Bottom of the pile was Taylor Hess. Frankie March on the carry, lost a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9. So Central, this is as far as they've been up the field so far tonight. Little inside trap and a nice hole there, but closed up rather quickly by number 43,
Gain of 1 yard on the carry.
Zach Gableman.
Tackle there by Zach Gableman.
So 4th and 8 for the Blue Devils, but at least if they get a good punt by Weirson here, they won't give the field position that had been given all first quarter. 2:46 to go here in the first quarter. Got a little equipment problem by John Zarinsky. Zarinsky, the 6'3", 235-pound nose guard. Central and punt formation. Weirson, a pretty good punt, fielded by Parker at his own 35, and good job coverage that time by Ryan Mao of the Blue Devils, a junior punt coverer. So finally the Blue Devils back the Bulldogs up at least a little bit. They're still pretty good field position on their own 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 Bulldogs at their 35-yard line with 2:27 here in the first quarter. Double tights. Here's the inside trap by Beddendorf, and a good hole over the left side. Ball carried by Mike Pisano, the fullback. 2nd and 3.
Mike Pisano on the carry. We go 8 yards.
Reckman in with the play. Beddendorf now in a straight up I formation. And a lead or isolation play will get them a 1st down across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. 1st down Bulldogs.
Parker on the carry. Good for 5 yards and 1st down. Tackled by
Clock starts with 1:45 to go. Play coming in by Danny Phillips, number 15. Again, the outside lead to Parker, and we get a couple of yards up to about the 48.
2 yards on the carry by Andy Parker. Tackled there by number 55, Troy Doré.
Second and about 8. Well, Drinkall moved to flanker back this year. Was a fine running back last year, and kind of wonder how long they might stay with that setup. Inside lead to Parker, no gain, maybe a yard loss. And Central has shown some tough defense from tackle to tackle tonight so far in this football game. 40 seconds and counting. Be third and about 8. So let's see what the Bulldogs come up with here with third and long. And we got a wide slot formation, or twins to the right. Cavill back to throw, got time, and good defense. Good pass defense by number 24 from Davenport Central, Paul Austin, a 5'10 senior. Pass intended for Brian Cutright, and Austin was all over him. Cutright looks like he got about a foot advantage height-wise, but Austin right there to make the play. And we'll see a punt formation. North Scott coaches say there's a punt block coming, and Bulldogs able to get the ball off. Fair catch signal given by John Myers of the Blue Devils, and the Blue Devils will take over first down on their own 19-yard line. So a good defensive stand again by the Blue Devils with 1.2 seconds on the clock. So we'll get one more play here before the quarter ends. 7-zip Bulldogs. There hasn't been many penalties in this ball game. One 5-yard penalty cost the Blue Devils early. The option play to Frankie March, and he'll probably lose 4 to 5 on that play. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter with a pretty good football game right here, with the Bettendorf Bulldogs winning 7-0. We're back at Brady Street Stadium. AT&T Cable Services and Family Ties Production, the MAC 2000 Game of the Week on Channel 73, and we got a pretty good football game going right here with the Bulldogs leading the Blue Devils 7-0 starting the second quarter. Second and about 14 for the Blue Devils, and back to throw is Michael, and he's got an arm, and there's a flag on a play, and Michael is stuck pretty good over across on the far side by Adam Lamar. So we'll see what the penalty's about.
Aaron Michael on the carry for no gain.
In the hold area, I would guess.
Well, Si, up to this point, Davenport Central has played excellent defense, and if it wasn't for that mistake, that penalty,
they jumped off sides down there.
Jumped off sides. This could be a 0-0 game.
You bet.
But they just haven't been able to get the offense off the ground.
They're Obviously, I don't think they have probably any yards offensively, but few sacks early in the game. Michael back to throw and never had time to even get the ball off. So
well, they appear to be doing the opposite of what the book says. You know, usually try to produce a running game before they try the passing. And in this game so far, Central has tried to open it up with the pass.
Indeed. All right, a holding penalty on Central is declined. They'll make it 3rd and 13. This is Michael on the draw, and that's Frankie March on the carry, and no gain at all. So they're testing the middle a little bit to no success, and 4th and 12, and Weirson will be back for about his 4th or 5th punt of the night. Andy Parker back for the Bulldogs to receive, and Weirson has been a little sporadic tonight, but he can really rip it. Good snap, and a decent punt fielded by Parker on his own 44-yard line. Got a little opening to the right side, and finally brought down across the field over on the far side at the 38-yard line.
Well, that was just really unfortunate for Central because they had their hands on him, and the other defender came and knocked his own man off.
Really, the two defenders blocked each other as they kind of hit each other. They were both right there for the tackle and didn't make the play. At any rate, first down, Bulldogs on the Blue Devil 38-yard line. Again, an excellent field position, and they've had it all night. Drinkall across the formation in motion. And here's the sweep to the near side. This is Parker, and we got a flag, and Parker's knocked out of bounds at the 34-yard line, but that's going to be another hold by the Bulldogs, I assume.
Yeah, I think one of the blockers out front held.
It was really kind of behind the play, it looked like to me too, but so I would assume that Central will take this penalty, because that will make it first and about 19. First and 19 on the Blue Devil 47-yard line. Cavill gets the play from Jeff Reckman. And we set some defensive people for the Blue Devils. Number 77, John Fouts, a 6'3", 240-pound lineman. And back to throw. And again, good pass coverage, Jess. Number 29 over on the coverage, Landon Murray, all over Drinkall.
Well, I think the adrenaline for the Bettendorf quarterback is running a little bit high tonight because he's just been he's overthrowing just a little bit.
Just as well that ball was overthrown, because it might have been picked.
Yeah, right.
2nd and 19 for the Bulldogs inside Blue Devil territory. 10:38 on the clock in the second quarter here at Brady Street Stadium. Cavill back to throw, swings it out to Parker, and good defense out there, but tackles are missed. Coach's nightmare right here. Fumble.
Central's got it.
And
let's see. I think so. I thought Central had
the
it.
referee indicates Bettendorf retains the ball. Well,
boy,
Central defenders had him in the backfield, Jess.
Yeah.
Didn't make the play. He goes down the field almost 19 yards, fumbles the ball, and then, as luck would have it, they recover the fumble.
Well, I think the Central player had it, and Bettendorf player from underneath came up with it.
Just come up with it. So 3rd and 2. A nice job running there by Andy Parker. You got to give him credit. Scrambled. Parker, right side, isolation play. Be close to a first down.
number 34, Andy Parker on the carry. Tackled by number 20,
And
Frankie March, and number 55, Troy Doré.
looks from here to be a first down, and it is. Yep. So the Bulldogs on a 17-yard run by Parker, and a good hard run by Parker brings the Bulldogs down to the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Cavill sets Drinkall in motion. Here's a play we saw a few minutes ago. Parker tries to turn it up, nothing there, but got some room outside, and he is brought down at the 15-yard line finally by Landon Murray. So again, another first down.
Well, Parker is capable of breaking one. If I remember right, at this stadium last year, he ran a real long one back, but I don't remember against who. But he is capable of breaking one.
He's had a couple field days last year. So first down at the Blue Devil 15. Parker and Pisano, the up back. Here's a Pisano on the inside trap. Big hole. Pisano down to the 3-yard line on the inside trap play. And now the Bettendorf linemen are starting to rise to the occasion, get a little fire under them. And we got 3rd and goal at about the 4-yard line. Bettendorf's size becomes a factor, and as they are big up front. Davenport Central not small though. Maurice Harris, 6'3", 280. So they got some big people. Parker, right side, nice run. Just off the, looking like he was going to go off tackle, nothing there. Cut it back to the inside, and touchdown Parker from the 4-yard line, so 13-0.
Well, that time Bettendorf was able to finish it off.
Yeah, you got a 2nd and 19, and all of a sudden you give them a first down. That takes it out of you, and they got to rise above that if they're going to play and win. Lowenberg, and the PAT is good, so the Bulldogs will take a 14-0 lead with 8:48 to go here in the 2nd quarter at Brady Street Stadium, and we'll take a break. (14-0), and kick not quite as deep this time by Hanlon, and carrying the ball that time for Central was Frankie March, and he returns it up to a 20-yard line. So first down Blue Devils, and they need to get something going here. Offensive lineman in the game for the Blue Devils, John Fouts, number 77. Center Mike Bushlow, number 60, and also a captain. Troy Dorr, number 55. Michael back to throw, and John Myers looked open, had a step, but Michael threw the ball behind him. So 2nd and 10.
Well, I would have kind of thought they would have tried to do something quick up the middle and go up the field, but they obviously have a lot of confidence.
Yeah, the play looked like it was there.
Well, it was.
Yep, just a little quick opener out there for that 4 to 5 yard gain. Now we got a trips formation with motion back across, and we're going to have a forward motion as Kowitzel came across the formation. He turned it upfield a little bit too quick, and they'll be whistled for motion, I believe. And that'll be the case, and probably I can see Bettendorf probably declining this, Jess.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's still going to be 3rd and Still going to be third and more than 10, almost 12. And motion penalty declined, third and 12.
Brings up third down and 11.
If Central could just at least get one of their passes to go here.
And cool. Michael throws it and didn't get quite enough on it, and it's picked off by Bettendorf. Aaron Jenkins, number 30, I believe.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah, just a ball just a little underthrown. He wasn't quite set, couldn't quite get enough on it to get it as far as he needed to throw it, but
First down at the Davenport Central 41.
good coverage. Central needs to buckle it on now before they get too far down so they can stay in this game.
Yeah, they need a strong defensive stand right here.
They showed they can do it earlier. And here's Parker to the left side, and defense there, stringing things out. Maybe a yard or two.
Parker pick up of a yard. Stay there by number 55, Troy Duray, and number 76, Maurice Harris.
Troy Duray, number 55, who I believe is a sophomore.
Official timeout.
Actually, Central had good penetration that time. The one of the men on the outside actually went past him.
Kind of overran it a little bit.
Right.
So we got a little equipment timeout, but we're back in play now with 7:38 and counting. As Bettendorf comes up the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 9. Cavill, inside trap, wide open. And a big gainer, and with that little inside trap to Bazzano, Bettendorf's had their way.
Well, the offensive line is starting to assert themselves.
That they are. Well, out of the game, Pisano will take a little break. Parker still at tailback. This is Bribriesco in for Pisano, and Parker on the carry. Down to about the 17-yard line. 2nd and 7. Beckman will bring the play in. Excuse me, that's Reckman, not Beckman. Offset I formation. Trap. Again, inside trap. This is Bribriesco. Anthony Bribriesco carrying the ball. For a gain of a yard or two. 3rd and 5. Bulldogs.
There was almost a little bit of confusion in the backfield that time by Bettendorf. There was 2 running backs very close on the handoff there.
Well, we have a timeout right now, so we'll take a timeout. Third and 5, Bulldogs. As Cavill sets Drinkall in motion, gives him the ball, and wide open out to the right side, and turns it up for the first down, and he might have possibly gained a few more yards if he just kept running to the outside, but
8 yards in the first down by number 22, Matt Drinkall.
Good faking by the quarterback. I thought Parker had it.
Well, the Bettendorf's been running Drinkall across the formation all night long in motion, and that time timing was beautiful on that play. Cavill just turned and handed it to the motion man, and away he went. There was no one around him. Offset I formation, double tights. 1st and goal. Parker right side, and this Parker has got some good feet. Touchdown, Parker. And it didn't look like he was going to score, Jess. I thought they had him at about the 3.
Well, I thought he was going down. And he found his way across the line.
Well, Parker, that was a dandy run there. He planted his foot, came to the inside, and just made a couple moves and touchdown. Bulldogs 20-0. And this will be Lowenberg on the PAT. And a nice job there. Nice job by the holder, Chris Stoll, to get that ball. Kind of a low snap. He picked the ball up the ground and set it down and kicked through. And we'll be back. Well, Jess, as we watched the kickoff, we were commenting there right after before the kick that Central played a really good first quarter, and then the second quarter they kind of come unglued here. And look out! This is John Myers, and luckily for Bettendorf, David Hanlon, the kicker, the safety, knocks him out of bounds at the Bettendorf 35-yard line after a fine kickoff return. So a spark of life for the Blue Devils here with John Myers on an excellent kickoff return.
Well, that's what Central needed. Now let's see what they can do with it.
They did. They need something to just fire them up a little bit, and that ought to do it. Just get them going again. 1st and 10 on the Bettendorf 37-yard line. And the give to Frankie Marks, and taken out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, and a gain of about 6 yards.
Not only was that a nice run, I think it's the first offensive running play that they've had where they didn't lose yardage.
6 yards on the play.
So Blue Devils on the move, 2nd and 4. Double tights, flanker, single setback, and here's March again up to, or I should say maybe down to the Bulldog 28-yard line. 3rd and 2. 3rd and less than 2. Plenty of time here for
well, considering Central hasn't scored, I think this is 4-yard territory. 4 down.
Definitely. Michael, single back, gives to March over the right side, and
he gets to the 27.
That's going to be close, but I don't think he made it.
I think he's short. And of course, they just moved it back another half yard.
Yeah, they always have to do that. So it'll be about a yard short. Frankie March is 6'2", 200-pound senior, runs hard and has got some speed, and will take a timeout. Okay, we're back 4th down in a yard, and let's see what first-year coach Chuck Culver comes up with here, Jess. 4th and 1. Double tights again. Michael gets upset. March over the right side, and
nice play.
I think this is going to be close.
It's 1st down. I think it's 1st down.
They're going to measure it. And it's going to be real close. We'll stay on with it just to check it out here. And the Blue Devils really need this 1st down to keep this drive going with 4:05 going here in the second quarter.
He made it.
And Jess says they made it, and they do. So Blue Devils 1st down on the Bulldog 27-yard line, inside the 27.
Well, I thought he made it initially, but then where they marked it.
Yeah, it's one of those layout things, kind of. Does a ball hit at the same time as the knee? Then he gets that distance, but
if Central could score here, it would be huge.
Yeah, it would. It would. So we got trips formation with a split receiver on the right with a single back. Michael's going to throw it, and not time to throw it.
Are we going to have a face mask or holding?
We possibly have a, yeah, I'd say it's one of the two. Face mask, Bulldogs, and that's a pretty costly penalty there.
It's going to be a 5-yarder or a 15-yarder.
This will be if it's a, well, there'll be a 15.
Will it be 15?
Yeah, if it's a face mask. And it's from the spot of the foul, so it still won't be a first down. Well, let's see what we're doing here.
I don't know. I thought there was a new rule that if you touched it, it was 5. If it was deliberate, you grabbed it, it was 15. I thought.
Well, you're obviously right. And we'll check that out. And at any rate, 1st and 15 for the Blue Devils. And Michael,
fumble.
Absolutely no time, and the Bulldogs have that ball. We can make that call from up here. Mike Sunderbrook recovers the fumble for the Bulldogs. So an opportunity for the Blue Devils there, or not. But Michael has absolutely no time to throw the football. They're either going to have to roll him out and get him out of the formation because they can't block. Right now they're not blocking the drop back protection. So the Bulldogs first down on their own 34. 3:20 on the clock. And a quick hitter out to number 15, Danny Phillips. Just a quick screen out there. Got a nice block by someone. Can't tell you who.
You know, but from what I saw, it looked like an old pick from a basketball play.
Oh, the pick play.
You see the defensive man, the offensive man comes, and the other guy goes on the inside.
The pick play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like the ball was there before the pick happened, at least. All right, 2nd and less than a yard. Here's the pitch to Parker, and a good defensive play. Looked like Frankie March, number 20, was right there. Yep.
Good defensive play.
So third and about 5, and Central wants a timeout here, and we'll take a timeout. We're back at Brady Street, where the Bulldogs enjoy a 21-0 lead. 3rd and 4 at about the 40-yard line. Cavill, another quick screen to the opposite side, picked off by Landon Murray, and he'll score. And there's the break the Bulldogs are looking for, Jess. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
That was justice for Central.
Yeah, it really was. Central played a good last series there and fumbled the football, so that puts them back in this game a little bit, and maybe a little bit of fire. It's 21-6 with 2:33 to go here in the second quarter. And you can just see that going to happen. Landon Murray just stepped up and just made a perfect play on the pick.
Well, you know, and we've said all along that this did not seem like a 21-0
That's
game.
right, yeah. It seems like a closer game than that. You bet. As Weirson lines up for the extra point. And kick is up and good. 21-7. So we might have ourselves a little ball game here, Jess. Well, I always said defense wins football games.
Well, Central has played very good defense.
Yes, they have. They've played very well. They've made about 2 or 3 real key mistakes that have cost them some points. At any rate, Bulldogs have time on the clock. We'll see how the old 2-minute offense goes here. As Weirson tees it up deep for the Bulldogs will be Drinkall, number 22 in the middle. along with Aaron Jenkins on the far side.
While we have a little bit of time, you want to mention the coaching staffs for the teams?
Say again?
The coaching staffs?
Oh, my fault. You bet. Good idea. Assistant, we mentioned Chuck Culver, first year. Fred Harris, Vince Jackson, Gaten Ross, and Rick Vallant, central assistants. And over on the Bulldog side, assistant coaches Aaron Wiley, Kevin Freaking, Brian Barquist, Chad Rimmert, Mark Goodwin, and Greg Meyer. And Weirson
must be offsides. I see a flag at the other side.
Booms the kick, but yeah, we got a penalty on it.
Well, you know, they got a little bit pumped and they were ready to go.
That's right, they're ready.
Offside, Central.
So
5 yards, free kick.
after the offside penalty, Central will back up 5 and kick it from their 35. Parker and Jenkins, the two ups receivers with Drinkall deep. Weirson kicks a really high. Drinkall at the 10, waiting on his blocks to develop, and pretty good coverage by the Blue Devils there.
Number 61.
Number 61, tackle made by, let me check my program, Brent Willett.
And number 2.
6 foot, 185-pound senior. And along with James Green, the 5'9", 160-pound junior.
Number 61, Brent Willett.
So we'll see if the Blue Devils can play some defense here. We'll see if the 2-minute offense by the Bulldogs comes about. 2:27 on the clock. 21-7.
Let's see if Bettendorf wants to try their passing game.
Quick pitch to Parker over the right side. Got some room. And across the 32 to about the 37-yard line.
8 yards on the carry by Parker.
Parker's getting a workout tonight, Jess. He's carried the ball a lot of times.
You know, Parker rarely has gone directly into the line. He kind of glides to the right.
And his, he can really cut back to his left. He's really quick at doing that. He likes to run to his right. Looks pretty obvious. 2nd and 2. Oh, and a good defense by the Blue Devils along the left side. And I'll tell you what, Justin Harris took on a blocker there and did just what he's supposed to do. Just stuff that play coming at him. It seems like they're doing it on the right side of their defense, but they're having a little problem with it on their left side. So no gain, 3rd and 2 Bulldogs. 1:20 on the clock and running. Bettendorf in a straight up eye this time. Inside trap. Here's Pisano. And first down to about the 42-yard line.
Looks like Pisano's Mr. Inside and Parker's Mr. Outside.
Well, Pisano is a good sized fullback at 6 foot 220, and he's hard to bring down. 1 minute on the clock. Cavill pitches to Parker, a little room over the right side. Parker on a foot race on the outside with Landon Murray, and Murray finally brought him out of bounds at the Blue Devil 24-yard line.
37 yards on the carry
With
by number 34.
37-yard carry by Parker.
Well, somebody had a shot at him once to get in the backfield, and he just gave that burst of speed just enough to get by.
That he did, and the speed of Landon Murray caught him otherwise. Landon Murray, just a little bit of an angle, but still showing some good speed to run Parker down. First down on the 24. Cavill back to throw. Here comes a swing. And,
oh, what a hit!
You could just see that coming, Jess.
It's number 7 seen it coming too.
Yep. Parker on the swing pass, very vulnerable there, looking back to receive the ball, and Justin Harris put a lick on Parker, and he made him pay for that.
He got a little wind.
Yes, he did.
I thought he was leaving. He is.
Yep, and he'll go out of the game here and catch his wind the rest of the half, I'm sure. But I'll tell you what.
In Parker's defense, though, Val, your quarterback shouldn't leave you hanging.
Well, it's a swing pass, and it needs to be thrown a little bit more ahead and to the outside, but Justin Harris read that play perfectly and just put a rip on Parker. Back to throw, Cavill. A lot of time. Wide open. This is cut right. Caught at the
3-yard line.
20 and brought down out of bounds at the 3-yard line with 25 seconds on the clock. And that was a nice play and a nice job by Cavill looking for his receivers.
Kind of looked like a fire drill. That was his last receiver he was looking for.
All right, I don't know how many timeouts there are left for Bettendorf, but it's first and goal on the 3. Cavill, and this is Pisano almost to the goal line, and Bettendorf immediately calls a timeout. Let's see where they spot this ball. Ball is spotted inside the 1, Jess, right maybe a couple feet from the goal line. And the Blue Devils, a good comeback here, and this will be too bad if they allow this touchdown because they got themselves back in the game. And we'll see what Coach Culver comes up with defensively as Randy Scott comes up offensively. I would guess Pisano over the middle, wouldn't you? I don't know. We're not keeping track of timeouts, so we don't know what they got left. All right.
Well, yeah, Pisano, Parker, they've been the workhorse all night for these guys.
Jake Miller brings them up to the line of scrimmage. And this is Pisano, and he'll score over the top. And touchdown Bulldogs. So 27-7 here with 14:06 left in the half as Lowenberg comes out for the PAT. Lowenberg, the junior kicker, takes over for the graduated Justin Langen, a fine kicker. Now down in Western Illinois, I believe. And the ball is down. And the score, 28-7 Bulldogs with 14.6 seconds left here in the half. All right, as we watch Hanlon kick off. This is number 80 with the ball, and he got a little room. And finally brought out of bounds across the 50-yard line with 4.7 seconds on the clock. Another fine return by John Myers, and the Bulldogs are going to have to shore that up a little bit.
Knocked out of bounds by number 28, Rob Zimmerman.
So the Blue Devils will have time for one more play.
If Bettendorf showed a weakness, that's what it's been tonight.
Yeah, it has. They're
special teams.
They're out kicking their coverage on the kickoffs, it looks like. Earlier, Hannon was just blowing the ball in the end zone, but a little wind in his face coming from the south end of the field here. So one more play. Michael lines them up in a trips formation. And again, not a whole lot of blocking on the left side of the Blue Devil line. They're just getting a little bit out quick over there. And just a little bit of comment before we break here. You got to kind of feel bad for the Blue Devils because they played a pretty good half, really, except for a little bit of breakdown. But they're going to go in the locker room down 28-7, led by the Bettendorf Bulldogs, and we'll be back for the second half. Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of football here at Brady Street Stadium, where the Bettendorf Bulldogs have taken a 28-7 lead over the Davenport Central Blue Devils, and we're just about set for the kickoff. AT&T Cable Services and Family Ties Productions bringing you the MAC Game of the Week on Channel 73. And later on, we'll talk about possibly some players of the game that we can have a few comments on. Also like to thank Mr. Marty Lance from the Davenport Central Blue Devil Activities Office for allowing us in the press box room space for our telecast as the seconds tick off for the second half here. Blue Devils allowed a late touchdown with about 5 seconds to go in the second half. So we'll see how that affects them. It's a 28-7 ball game, and here is the kick by Weirson. Booming kick. There'll be no return. Caught by Drinkall, or I should say let go by Drinkall in the end zone. Got just a little bit of wind blowing out of the north, I think, tonight. But these kickers are pretty good. So first down, Bulldogs at their own 20. As Jake Miller, the Bulldog center, and opens up with a little trap inside. Here's Parker over the left side. And as we left the late in the second half, Parker took a pretty good hit on a pass play, but he's back in the game, and he looked pretty good there. He just picked up 8 yards. So
once again, he glides left, he glides right.
He does. He's a shifty character on the football field. Let me clarify that.
We sure hear that he's a fine, upstanding citizen.
That's true. All right, I formation. Parker, isolation play. First down, Bulldogs. Up to about the 33-yard line. Try to set some defensive players for the Blue Devils. Chuck Doder, number 55, the sophomore. Number 66. Take a Jess, number 66. Alpedio Cantu. All right. I got it. First down. Parker, right side. Not much there, but he might make a little bit out of it, which he did, and he wound up picking up about 5 yards. Parker looking pretty shifty out there, Coach.
Boy, he does.
Yep.
He is hard to bring down because just when you think you have him, he's gone.
His ability to cut is, he really looks good doing that. I can see why now Drinkall was moved to the wide when they got the running ability of Parker with the big fullback Pisano in front of him. Here's Cavill giving to Parker, left side again. And pretty good D there, a couple yards, maybe 1.5 yards, 2-yard gain.
Nice tackle by number 9 for Central.
Colin Davis on the tackle for the Blue Devils. And
tackle him low just like you're supposed to.
Yes, picture book, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And the far left side is Frankie March at the left end. Number 76 on the near side is Maurice Harris.
How many games have we seen where a play just like that where somebody would try to tackle him around the shoulders?
And it doesn't work very good. Inside trap, defense nicely. Looks like the Blue Devils have shored that up a little bit. That play with Pisano carrying the ball in the first half went some pretty good yardages. So a 1-yard gain, and Bettendorf will have to punt this ball from their own.
Just a host of Blue Devils in that play.
A bunch of them. So a good defensive stand there by the Blue Devils, and they'll force the Bettendorf to punt the ball. This is Kirk Peterson back in punt formation. Now see if they use the old trickery to draw them off sides here. Nope. And a high wobbly kick, fair caught by John Myers of the Blue Devils, and they'll take over at their own 34-yard line, 1st and 10.
Did I see a referee go down?
I missed it.
I thought as I was panning on the camera, I saw a ref go down.
No, I missed it. If he did, he wasn't down long. Most of these guys are pretty agile in the striped shirts. And the North Scott coaches got a chuckle out of that one as they're sitting here scouting tonight beside us. We won't mention any names, Clint. First down, Blue Devils on the 29-yard line.
Well, let's see if they start off with the pass again.
Mike gets over the left side to Frankie March, I believe. Might get a yard.
Frankie March on the carry.
Try to set some defensive linemen for the Bulldogs. These guys don't get their name mentioned too much either. Number 73, John Kleinsmith. Number 82, Taylor Hess.
Number 32.
32, one of the linebackers is Kyle Wagner. Number 4, Kirk Peterson to the near side. Here's a quick throw out, and it looked like ball intended for Weirson, but Weirson looks like he took his eye off the ball there for a...
Tried to run with it before he caught it.
Yep. Ball thrown a little bit high. Michael.
Well, I don't know what kind of pass it was, but most of the time when you see that, they just continue to go up the middle, but he seemed to stop.
Just like a little quick out pattern to Weirson, or to, and we'll have a procedure penalty here. Ball blown dead before the snap, so that'll make it 3rd and about 14. Blue Devils starting out, sputtering here a little bit. Number 21 for the Bulldogs, Craig Jones, 6'2", 205-pound junior. Number 70 for the Bulldogs, Mike Sunderbrook. We've mentioned him tonight on a couple of tackles. Defensive back positions, number 49, Ryan Vulliger.
Number 4, Kirk.
As well as Kirk Peterson, number 4. At the corner, Michael, 3rd and 14. Over the middle, quick throw to, nicely done, DJ Lorzell.
And that's the kind of pattern Central needs to do, where they don't need much blocking, but a quick pass.
Real quick throw.
10 yards. Time there by number 1, Adam Smith.
But a little bit short of the, picked up about 10, but it'll still be 4th and 4. So Wilson will get attempting yet another punt, with Parker back to receive for the Bulldogs. And Bulldogs coming, and made Weirson hustle just a little bit on the punt and didn't get a very good one off, but the Bulldogs will take over on their own 38-yard line. First down, pretty good field position, 28-7. 7:14 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Actually, the punter has an unusual punt because he doesn't really get set. He just tries to get it off as quick as he can.
That time he did. That's for sure. He was being rushed pretty good. Cavill quarterbacking. Here's the give to Parker, left side. Got some room. Just a little, looked like a little light isolation play to the left side.
When you notice when he heads directly for the line, he stays real low. I don't even know if the defensive line can see him. He stays so low.
Yeah, Bettendorf has their usual good size in the line. Here's a little counter tray coming up to the right side, and maybe a yard, but good D. And we got a Blue Devil down here.
It's number 77.
And that's number 77, John Fouts. So we'll take a little break while they attend to him. Fouts is okay. He comes off the sideline, and a quick throw out to, quick throw intended for Tony Bribriesco. Took a little bounce before it got there. So brings up a 4th down situation again for the Bulldogs inside their own 45-yard line. Should bring a punt situation. Deep for the Blue Devils, John Myers. We've seen Myers reel off some pretty good returns tonight on kickoffs and punts. This is Peterson, Kirk Peterson, back to kick. And a nice punt. Fair caught by Myers at his own 19-yard line. 1st down, Blue Devils. So both teams just playing some pretty good defense right here.
As of the first half, Parker had 84 yards and Pisano had 46.
So that's pretty, kind of a pretty good balanced attack, really. Your tailback twice as many yards as your fullback, but now Parker goes over on the sideline and he's cramped up a little bit over there. So, pardon me?
Just grab his knee.
Oh, it was. Okay, we've been informed that might be a little knee problem, but we'll check on that later. At any rate, Blue Devils 1st down, 19-yard line. The trips formation. Ball thrown inside to Lorzell, and ball caught up to the 25-yard line, 2nd and 4.
Well, Central has changed the kind of passing they're doing right now. It's quick and short.
As you mentioned a while ago, the short throw, and he's got time to throw that.
Right. Maybe it'll open up a running game and a longer pass.
Mark Prashar splits the left. Here's Michael to throw. Prashar
wide open.
Prashar wide open on the left side over there, and the ball hit him right in the numbers. Bad spot. Michael leveled pretty good just as he threw the ball, but the ball was thrown perfectly. 3rd and 4.
The only worst place that could have hit him was in his hand.
Yeah.
And he might have had some running room. Because they flooded this side and they threw the other side.
Clear him out over here.
Ball's
ball
up for
tipped
grabs.
and hits the ground. That could have been dangerous. There again, Michael, no time to throw the ball. 4th down and 4, and the Blue Devils will have to punt it away. So it's battle of the punters right here.
Well, that was a good idea, but unfortunately for Central, the Bettendorf defense had their hands up, which is what you're supposed to do.
Blue Devils got too many men on the field, but he'll make it off in time. Weirson, little quick on the punt, and ball goes out of bounds at Bulldog 49-yard line, and they're going to have some good field position here, Jess. So the
26-yard punt by Jeff Weirson, no return.
The battle of the punting games right now, I'd say advantage Bettendorf at this point because of this field position right here. We got 5:05 left here in the 3rd period. Scoreless 2nd half, 28-7 Bulldogs. It's really been a pretty good football game. Cavill, I formation. Inside isolation. This is
Number
Ribriesco,
24.
I believe. Yeah, number 24. So Parker did not come into this series.
I remember him from the sophomore team. He was pretty good last year.
So the yard pick up by Anthony Bribriesco, tackled by number 63, Ben Zilli.
Ben Zilli on the tackle for the Blue Devils. 2nd and 3. Bribriesco hit pretty hard, but
number 34 hit him first.
Yep. Hit pretty hard by.
By Rimaresco. Tackled there by number 55, Troy Doré.
Charlie Doré, it says on the tackle, but it looked like, yeah, 34. And we have 34 as Lorzell in our program, so it's 3rd and 2, 1-yard gain. Danny Phillips split to the near side. Drinkall comes across the formation. And there's going to be a motion flag on the play, and Bribriesco busts himself loose for a run down to about the 34-yard line, but that's going to come back, I think.
Well, one of the linemen looked like he was pointing, had his hands up.
Yep. So we got a little Mo penalty. They'll bring it back, and it'll be about 3rd and 7.
You could just see at that time, if you were watching the line, that one of the linemen had their hands up and was pointing to one of his teammates to where he had to cover, and that's where the penalty was.
3:30 and running here in the 3rd quarter.
It's been a good 3rd quarter for Central.
Back to throw is Cavill. Pretty good time to throw, and kind of just got rid of it.
He was pressured that time.
Yeah, he was. Well, he had a little time early, but nobody opened that. Again, that's good coverage by Davenport Central. They've done a nice job back there. John Myers, along with Landon Murray. Lorzell and Colin Davis, number 9. And punt formation, Peterson. Myers back to receive, and a nice high spiraling kick, and fumbled by Myers. And we have no indication.
No, evidently,
I didn't see that. They have not signaled who got the ball. There's a flag on the play.
And we have a player down.
And I'm not sure, this might be against the defense for not allowing enough room for the receiver to catch that football.
Well, once again through the camera, I saw a Bettendorf player recover it, but then a Central player came up with it. So we do have an injury there.
Okay, we have a holding penalty on Central. And we have a Central player down, Jess, so let's take a little break right here. Fourth down will be replayed again. We had offsetting penalties, holding by Central, fair catch interference by Bettendorf, and meanwhile Landon Murray goes off the field, shaken up. And Central can ill afford to lose that young man because he's played a good game. So Peterson back to punt. Myers back to receive. Peterson did a very good punt, all for naught. And we'll try it again. And a lot of pressure by the Blue Devils, and Peterson gets the punt off. And Parker downs the ball for Bulldogs on the Blue Devil 18-yard line, first down.
Davenport Central takes over on 18-yard line, first down.
.252 left in the 3rd quarter, 28-7 here in the 3rd quarter at Brady Street Stadium. As Central, as it looks like they're missing Looks like they're missing a player here.
Delay of game penalty against Central.
No, it was just a delay of game penalty. Michael didn't look like he had the play in from the sideline and didn't call one either until late. So at any rate, Jeff Weirson will bring the play in.
You think we'll see that quick pass again?
Well,
Short quick pass?
That ball is down inside the 15-yard line. They better kind of get it out of there. As you were exactly right, Jess. A nice quick out there by, looks like Myers caught that. Well, Miguel just needs a little bit of time. He can thread it. We know that.
Well, it just seems to me that if they tried that maybe from the start, short quick pass to give the quarterback a little confidence, the line a little confidence, give him a long drive, and maybe it'll open up some other things.
2nd and 12. Central now in double tights with two flankers, and here's the fade pattern, and just overthrown, intended for Paul Austin. Pretty well covered by Kirk Peterson.
Michael's pass intended for Paul Austin. Incomplete. 2nd down.
And Austin starting to get a little cramp problem here tonight. I think that's what happened to Parker a while ago, but at any rate, Weirson back in the game. 3rd and 12 for the Blue Devils. Adam Smith in at the free safety spot for the Bulldogs. Michael, a little bit behind, intended for Weirson. So 4th and 12. And again, Central punting for their own, deep in their own territory, and that hurts.
Well, you know, we've talked about Central's defense today, but quietly, Bettendorf has had an outstanding defensive game.
That they have. You're exactly right. But the good field position here will go to Bettendorf again, as the Bulldogs are having a little problem getting people on the field. Wearson's punt fielded at the 48-yard line, fumble, and the Blue Devils are there, and it'll be 1st down. First down, Blue Devils at the Bettendorf 48-yard line. They really never indicated who had the ball, but it looked like Blue Devils did. So that's not too many mistakes by the Bulldogs tonight, but Parker couldn't quite find a handle on it. 1st down, Blue Devils inside Bulldog territory. Michael. And if Michael puts a little air under that ball, Weirson scores, because he had about 4 steps on the safety there.
Yeah, the safety breathed a deep sigh of relief when that thing was short.
Yeah, Peterson a bit out of position there. So 2nd and 10. Central in the trips right formation again. Michael gives himself a little bit of intercepted by number 35, Andy McGuire, the Bulldogs, and Michael did the right thing, getting rid of the ball. The only problem is he should have thrown it a little bit further
well, it's
to the
one
outside.
of the few times he's moved out of the pocket.
Yeah. Yep. So again, the Blue Devils turn it over, and the Bulldogs with good field position at the 47-yard line. 1st down. 1:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. Cavill fakes a little bootleg, and open on the far side is Drinkall, and he's got great hands, as we just saw there. 1st down at the 39-yard line.
Apple's pass complete for 16 yards and a first down to number 22, Matt Drinkle.
Drinkle, very talented young man. Great hands. Moved from his running back position last year. First down, Bulldogs. Parker, left side. A little bit of room, and we might get a hold call here. Parker picked up about 6 on the play, but the late flag came in.
You're right.
Yep.
Getting 5 yards on the play by number 34, Andy Parker. Tackled there by number 9, Colin Davis. Penalty flag on the field.
So that'll be 10-yard penalty from the spot.
Called holding against Bentar.
Which will be make it about 1st and 19 here. As the official starts the clock, the referee starts the clock with 1 minute on the 1 minute and ticking. Danny Phillips brings a play in. Offset I formation again. Here's Parker to the right side. Another flag. And generally in the backfield, that'll indicate some kind of offensive penalty. Probably a motion.
Number 34, Andy Parker on the carry.
Okay.
Number 22, Mike Coetzel. And number 77.
So Mike Coetzel, the Blue Devil captain, will set the Bulldogs back another 5 yards. First and a whole bunch now. 24, 1st and 24. Now here's a situation where Central does not want to allow a first down on this series. Otherwise, it's really gonna tear them down. Got the Bulldogs struggling here with some penalties. About 15 seconds to go. And Cavill will be back to throw the screen to Parker. And Parker hemmed in on the far side, but he'll get a few yards out of it, about 8. So Parker is showing his ability to juke people, picks up about 8 yards on the screenplay, and that'll end the 3rd quarter, and we'll be back. Well, we start the final quarter here at Brady Street Stadium as the Bulldogs take a 28-7 lead into the 4th quarter over Davenport Central. 2nd down and about 17 after a series of penalties by the Bulldogs. So they need to settle down. And they'll get an easy 5 yards back from that offside penalty. And while they march that off, we'll take a look at the games happening this week. Thursday night game, Muscatine at North High School here at Brady Street. And on Friday night, Clinton will be at West. Bettendorf will be at Pleasant Valley, another big game, and Central will be out at Eldridge at North Scott High School. Going into the 3rd week of the season. 2nd and 12. Cavill back to throw. A lot of time and wide open. Drinkall, touchdown, Bulldogs. And what a nice throw and what a nice catch, Jess.
Nice throw, good catch.
Oh, just laid it out there, and Drinkall just ran underneath it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And he's not going to drop too many when he's wide open.
No, he doesn't get to handle the ball near enough this year for him, so anything near him he's going to snag. 34-7. We were commenting there earlier in that series that we thought that Davenport Central needed to hold them there and not let them get a first down, let alone the touchdown. PAT is attempted and good by Lowenberg. 35-7. 11:52 to go in the fourth. Ready? We're back. And another good kick by David Hanlon. Kicks it in the end zone. Myers no chance to return. As we mentioned before, any ball that crosses the goal line is not returnable. So first down, Blue Devils on their own 20. 35-7. Michael under center, back to throw. Not much time again, and he'll elect to keep it and lose a couple while he does it.
Michael on the carry. No gain. Tackled by number 43, Zach Gableman.
So Central goes to the no huddle offense. And again, suppose Coach Culver will be working on his pass protection a little bit this week, I'd say, as Michael is sacked for maybe the 12th time tonight. Third and 16.
Well, timeout by Central. They're confused.
And Central will have to take a timeout to get a sub in, so we'll take a timeout. .10:58 on the clock. Third down and 16 for Central. And looked like a missed handoff or an option play developing, but we really couldn't tell with the penetration of the Bettendorf defensive lineman. Tackled by Sunderbrook of Bettendorf. And now it's 4th and a ton for the Blue Devils. And Weirson has kicked at least 5 times from his own end zone tonight. And fair catch by Parker indicated at the 42-yard line. First down, Bettendorf. So the Blue Devils will take over with 10:15 here in the fourth quarter, 35-7. Davenport Central having some shades of good football tonight, but made a few mistakes and need to shore up their pass protection. Here's Cavill. And a good tackle in there. Ball carried by Bribriesco. Looked like Frankie March on the tackle.
Well,
Second 11.
Bettendorf is going to be 2-0, and that's a good start for the new coach.
That it is. That wouldn't be an all bad situation. Would it just move
what do they
in?
say? The tradition continues.
Now here's Pisano moving over to the wing back and just get him out there blocking sooner, I guess. And this is Bribriesco across the 40 down to the close to the 39-yard line. Third and about.
Well, this is the start of the second week of the season, Cy. Gonna put you on the line here.
Okay, do that.
Who do you think looks good for the rest of the season?
Well,
I know it's early, but
right, we haven't seen North Scott, we haven't seen Pleasant Valley, but we've heard they both have fine football teams along with Muscatine, and we know Bettendorf's tough. We've seen them tonight play good football, and we know Assumption's tough, because we've seen them. So, you know, we have 4 and 5 teams here we're talking about, and Davenport West, we haven't seen them yet.
Right.
And so we got a lot of football to play in the conference, obviously, just here in the second season. But
well, after this week, some of that's going to be shaken out again.
That's true. We don't, as we speak, we don't know how the outcome of the Pleasant Valley Assumption game, but that'll have some impact on the conference, that's for sure, as we go into 4th and 5 for the Bulldogs, and they'll line up to go for it. And it'll cost them 5 yards to do it because one of the linemen got a little hasty. So I thought I evaded that question pretty good.
Yeah, you did.
Thank
yeah,
you.
You did.
Thank you. Thank you.
Call to legal procedure against Bettendorf.
4th and 9. So,
Well, you know, I think North Scott would like to come back and prove that last year wasn't just for 1 year.
exactly right. Exactly right.
Assumption would like to get themselves back in the playoffs. Bettendorf would like to continue to be in the playoffs.
Sounds like North Scott has another running back to replace Sean Stenner, one of the finest backs in the conference last year, and a nice punt by Peterson. Gonna drop dead on about the, and a great play to keep that ball out of the end zone. Who is that? That's Parker. What a great hustle. If Andy Parker tips the ball back out into the playing field before it crosses the goal line, Jess, it's legal to down the ball inside the playing field, which they did at what, the 2-yard line.
Well, Central really has their backs to the wall now.
First and 10 Central at the 2.
And substitutes or not, Central with the ball on their own 2-yard line, it's very tough to move the ball down there because you're pretty limited, because you don't want to give another cheap touchdown away. And Michael's been sacked a few times, and he gets up to about the 4 on the sneak.
Well, I think going back to who looks good this year, there's a key game next week between Pleasant Valley and Bettendorf that you kind of shake out what happens the rest of the season.
Exactly right. Big game over at Pleasant Valley, I believe. And another.
Of course, Pleasant Valley has a big game tomorrow, too.
That's true. That's true.
So the next 2 weeks for Pleasant Valley could be very important.
Yeah,
And we got a penalty here. Might be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Too busy shooting the breeze. Personal foul, Bettendorf, and I have an idea Randy Scott is not going to like that very well. Got Davenport Central pretty well backed up in their own territory, and then you give them a first down.
Well, actually, he pointed the wrong way.
Our mistake against Central.
So the personal foul went against the Blue Devils. And it doesn't make any difference. Chuck Culver's not going to like it either. Well, 3rd and about 8. Inside their own 5-yard line. Michael back to throw. A little bit of time, but throws it behind the receiver. And now we got another flag.
Michael's pass to John Meyer, incomplete.
And now this
that one is against Bettendorf. So the game getting a little sloppy here, and that gives the Blue Devils, that's going to be a 15er. That'll give them a first down.
Well, the indication on that, I didn't see who it was, and it doesn't make any difference, but I seen somebody run back to the other side.
Yeah.
Personal foul this time against Bettendorf.
You know, you can always tell a personal foul penalty because the referees or the striped shirt's flag goes about 30 feet in the air. You know, any other penalty, it just kind of drops on the floor, but the personal foul penalties, those flags are flying high. 6:24 on the clock. First down Central at their own 19. So Bettendorf on the big penalty lets them out of the hole down there. And not much going on. A lot of blue shirts blocking, a lot of white shirts tackling. What more can you say? Colin Davis bringing a play in for the Blue Devils. Michael, quick pattern to Myers, and he'll pick up 3 or 4.
Michael's pass complete to John Meyer. Pick up a 2.
3rd and 6. Game dragging out a bit at this point. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Michael back to throws the fade, and nice catch, I believe, to John
80.
Myers, and Michael throws a successful fade pattern.
I didn't think he was going to get there. He just seemed to be overthrown.
Yeah, he just. Well, John Myers is 6'2", so he's got good height. Was able to lay out and catch the ball. That was a nice catch.
Yeah.
So first down, Blue Devils at the Bulldog 48, and a lot of. I shouldn't say a lot, but a few new shirts in the game for Bettendorf, and a quick out pattern intended for Paul Austin. A little bit high, thrown a little high. 2nd and 10.
Well, I was going to make the comment about Central's passing game is, you know, most teams seem to either run in or out, and the receiver's always moving. You know, they angle in or angle out or down the field, and they're moving. And Central seems to have a lot of passing plays where the receiver seems to just go to a point, turn around, and stop.
Yep, the quick outs. And all right, here's Frankie March, and he'll pick up a yard. So 3rd and 9.
Tackled by number 73.
I would just kind of like to see what would happen if that receiver cut in and just continued to go, and cut the secondary in two there, and just.
Well, you might get to see
if the quarterback could get it there.
Yeah, we've seen all night he hadn't really had time to do a whole lot. And here is Frankie March, and this is a big running back, and he's a big, strong young man. Bowls his way down to the 30-yard line of Bettendorf.
Well, that was just an outstanding play by the running back, because he did a lot of that himself. Once he got through the line, which the line gave him the hole, but there was a lot of Bettendorf defenders there that couldn't bring him down.
Right. Bowled a couple of people over on his way there. So first down about the 29 of Bettendorf. 3:57 and running. 35-7 is the score here, Bulldogs. Michael back to throw, and another incomplete. That looked like a nice throw, and Myers couldn't handle it.
Boy, you talk about threading the needle. Well, you could say one of two things. He was either threading the needle or he was throwing into the defense, because there two defenders right there.
Well, we're also seeing right now, you get Michael a little time to throw, he can thread it. Double tights, double flankers. Gives to Frankie March. And get a yard maybe.
Frankie Marsh gets a carry for a yard. Tackle there by Zach Gableman.
Zach Gableman on tackle for the Bulldogs. 3rd and 9. Michael throws the fade, but he throws it to Beddendorf. And good defensive effort down there after the pick. There was the receiver in defense of the referees here. The receiver really was not stopped. He was still making forward motion.
Well, I guess my question would be why there wasn't some kind of clip, because the other guy come along and he tried every which way but loose to try to get his man loose.
Yep.
And I think we have an injury.
Yeah, I couldn't see who's down. We'll take a break. Well, ball picked off by Beddendorf, and Austin makes a tackle at about the 5-yard line finally. And now we'll have the ball's blown dead by the officials, and we had a little problem there, equipment problem.
Well, we have a little time. I want to thank again the activities director at Central High School,
Marty Lance. We appreciate the press box room that we get, so we can get the kids on TV. And
I also seen Mark Brooks earlier.
Here's Parker, I believe, out to about the 14. 2nd and 2.
Actually, throughout the year, we have a lot of cooperation from the athletic directors of the Quad Cities. And without them, we couldn't do this.
That's for sure. We certainly appreciate that. Like to give our viewers a chance to see MAC football on TV, and the kids see themselves as Parker gets another handoff and runs it out to about the 29-yard line. 1st down, Bulldogs. So as the chains get set, then the clock starts. There'll be 2:10 on the clock. And I'll tell you what, Central has played a respectable ball game tonight. I realize they're not happy with the score, and Chuck Cover is not going to be happy with a loss. But on the other hand, just a couple of things, a couple of big mistakes by Central, and this game's a lot closer than the score indicates.
I agree. We talked about that earlier.
If they get their pass protection shored up and give Michael some time, they're going to be okay. Here is a handoff to Bribriesco up the middle for no gain. 2nd and 10, 1:40 on the clock.
Well, it's time to start thinking of our player of the game, Si. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Well, I would guess Parker has probably got 100 and over, easily over 100 yards tonight, but the big fullback Pazano's look good too. So either one of those kids for Beddendorf. Flag on the play. Bribriesco with the ball, and he might have picked up a half a yard before about 12 Blue Devils made the tackle. Cavill, the quarterback for Beddendorf's done a nice job. And I'll tell you what, the punter, Weirson, the punter for Central.
He's put him in good field position all night.
Probably had 10 punts tonight that has done a nice job of getting the ball off. And Hanlon, the kickoff man for Bettendorf. So what I'm doing here, how I'm evading this question is that I think we haven't really seen any one player. I mean, real outstanding. They've all played pretty well, is what I'm trying to say. This is Bribriesco with 45 seconds to go on a little gainer, third and bringing up third down. New quarterback for Bettendorf is Josh Guffey. Gives to Bribriesco, who's pushed out of bounds at about the 39. Knocked out of bounds by James Green of the Blue Devils. 15 seconds remaining.
Well, before the season is over, I think you're going to see Central with a couple W's.
Yeah, I do too. I agree with you. I think they got a team that can get a couple of wins, and if they get a couple of wins under, maybe they can fire up for a couple more. Who knows? Bettendorf's obviously got a good basis for a team, and that'll cost a I don't think it didn't look like Jesse Virgil, the center for Bettendorf, had the handle on that ball. He kind of moved it back, so a little procedure call. But anyway, Bettendorf has a fine football team, no question about it. Virgil gives to Bribriesco, who slips down, and that should be the final play of the game, with the Bettendorf Bulldogs beating the Davenport Central Blue Devils 35-7 here at Brady Street Stadium. For Jess Medina and AT&T Cable Services and Family Ties Production, I'm Cy Robinson. Thanks for joining us.